My name is Al Jordon, the chair of Historical Trenton Rosenwald School Alumni Association. This is a history snapshot of Gibson County, Tennessee's remarkable Rosenwald School from 1928 to 1968. It's the story of how local art makers, odds breakers, and achievers overcame the methodical and structural disadvantages experienced by African American students and teachers. Prior to the school's founding, black children in Trenton were educated in the rural schools of Gibson County. They were started by private church and family groups who supported schools in large African American farming settlements. As early as 1862, these schools were part of several communities. It is difficult to determine an exact date, however, since black children were being taught by members of both black and white church groups until the late 1890s. Rosenwald Schools was a name informally applied to over 5,000 schools, shops, and teachers' homes in the United States that were built primarily for the education of African Americans in the early 20th century. They were built in response to chronic underfunding of public education for black children in the South who were required to attend segregated schools. Seed money for many of these schools came from the Rosenwald Fund, founded by Julius Rosenwald, who became part owner and president of Sears, Roebuck and Company. The fund also subsidized low-cost school libraries. The fund provided sets of carefully chosen works that included positive accounts of African American history and culture. These were made available to any African American school and rural white schools as well. Having struggled mightily to triumph in developing their potential in areas of choice and other fields of endeavor, we recall the Trenton Rosenwald High School students' educational hardship. They endured years of inequality and blatant segregation, as well as discrimination when it came to subjects needed to enter college. We should also recall the everyday African American students who were dedicated to the long cherished ideals of being somebody of substance. Many became important educationally and achieved noteworthy contributions to society. These students, whose parents endured years of denial under Jim Crow practices, grew up with the values of hard work and the belief that education was the key to a better life and respect. This allowed them to face challenges with a spring in their step and their heads held high. The courageous teachers, with minimum hand-me-down books, equipment, and inadequate libraries, taught African American students to believe that they could overcome the years of negativism. They inspired their students to believe they could, in spite of almost insurmountable odds, reach great heights and achieve mighty accomplishments. Students were challenged to develop their potential not solely because of their efforts, but the efforts of those who came before. In 1978, while visiting various cities with Trenton Rosenwald School attendees, a reunion of all the alumni was suggested by some of the 1949 alumni class. In 1980, a dinner and reception was held as an appreciation for our former teachers, and most of the current and retired teachers attended. Professor Robert L. Radford then suggested that the class of 49 establish the Rosenwald School-wide Association to celebrate and honor our community's heritage and accomplishment, keeping our commitments and promises to future generations. In 1982, the Historical Rosenwald School Alumni Association was formed with co-founders Loretta Heron, Martha Jane West, Cora Lawrence Taylor, Dorothy Holder-Wade, Finus Andrews, Cottrell Andrews, and Al Jordon, to to coordinate, develop, and plan the next reunion program. The association activities and events have continued to this day. We congratulate the co-founders of the association for their counsel and encouragement. From its beginning, the association has provided resources, support, and mentoring to our community.